Hello everyone, welcome back to SomethingNewOtaku. Today I'm going to do something that I've never done before on this channel. I'm actually going to review something that I did a first impressions of. I probably should have filmed this video a while ago because I finished the series like a month ago, so I apologize if this review is going to be kind of sporadic and not as detailed as I would have made it if I made it a month ago. But today I'm going to be reviewing the anime series RahXephon. RahXephon is an anime created by Bones Animation Studio, and it was but it was brought over by the States and licensed and dubbed by ADV Films. The initial synopsis of the show is really simple, but it's a very complicated show, so the synopsis is going to sound pretty, linear and simple, but it's a lot more to it than that. It's about this boy named Ayato Kamina. He is 17 years old, and he's living in Tokyo in high school, and he basically gets involved in a war. Which, after seeing so many Gundam series, that sounds really cliche to me now, but just leave that misconception out of your mind. So he's running around Tokyo while things are getting destroyed, people are getting killed, and then he is saved by a girl named Haruka. Haruka is 29 years old, she is a soldier in the war, and she is badass. She is amazing. I love her. Can I just say that right now? Because her introduction to the series is her beating the shit out of two guys that are trying to kill Kamina, and she saves his life. And it's like, holy crap, thank you, testify to awesome female characters. So I loved her from the get-go, basically, and she's one of my favorite characters, but Ayato became my favorite character later on. Very, very great main characters in this series. You also have many other characters that you meet throughout the show. He has his friends, who are in high school with him as well and go through the same kind of trauma. And then there's the characters that he meets in the war when Haruka kind of brings him in to save him, and then they kind of find out that he can pilot this one machine called the RahXephon. And only he can pilot it, so they force him into the war and force him to protect the world basically against the Mu. And the Mu are antagonists of the show, kind of, basically. They are people, they're like an alien race that came into Earth, I guess, and they pilot these mechas called the Dolem, which are, they're very, very different from any other mecha I've ever seen. Even the RahXephon is completely different from all the mecha series that I've seen. I think the reason I love this series so much, there's many reasons actually, but I love the characters mostly. I think this is a very character-driven storyline where we get to develop the characters and see how they react to things, and they react very, very realistically, which I like. I love Kamina. He's my favorite character in the series. He was absolutely amazing. And Chris Patton's portrayal as Kamina was absolutely phenomenal. Oh my god, he blew my mind, basically. And then there's Haruka, who as you know, I loved from the get-go. And then there's Rika, who's another girl who was Kamina's classmate. Then you have Kwan, who is a girl shrouded in mystery, who is part of the organization that works with the RahXephon, and the army, basically. And there's just many, many characters that you meet throughout the series, and they all get pretty much well-developed. There are a few minor characters that are kind of thrown to the wayside that I wish would have gotten more development, but for the most part, the characters are very, very well done. I think the best part of the series, where it really shines, besides the characters, is the script. And I usually never talk about the script in anime, so that's saying something when I say that this script is absolutely beautiful. The way they tell the story is so unique, and just so, not as unique as Cowboy Bebop, of course, but unique in its own way, and just very lyrical, very beautiful, and they use song to tell story a lot, and I really, really like that. Not like a musical would tell story, but the music is very, very prevalent to the plot, and I really, really enjoy that. The only criticism I have, really, is that I wish that the beginning were a little bit better. It's honestly kind of hard to get into, and kind of slow. So I definitely recommend if you watch the series, to at least give it 3 DVDs, because I think by DVD 3 or 4, I was just hooked. I was like, okay, this series is amazing, I need to watch it and see what happens next. So I definitely suggest you give it a try. I know there's a lot of misconceptions, or not really misconceptions, I guess, but there's a lot of parallels to this and Evangelion, and that's a lot of reason why some people are like, this is just a carbon copy. It's not, at least from what I've read. Evangelion's more dark, whereas this is more beautiful, I guess, basically. And there are, I will admit to the parallels, there are parallels, but this is very much its own story, its own characters, and the way they tell the story is very, very different from Evangelion. So I highly recommend this one. This one's excellent. I need to watch Evangelion so I can give my own opinion on that, but definitely recommend this one. This is so, so good. And I think another reason why I love this series so much is because I went into it with little to no expectations whatsoever. So I know I realize that this review is basically me praising the series, and I honestly do not want you to go into this thinking it's going to be the best thing in the world. So try your best not to get into it like that. Try to go into it like not having any expectations whatsoever, and you're probably going to love it. It's so good, though. So just ignore me saying the praise for this series and give it a shot yourself. This is available in single formats, single DVDs, as well as a new, or not new anymore, I guess, but it's also in this one big box set. It's kind of bulky, which I'm not really fond of. It's like a big thin pack with like 7 DVDs or whatever, and you can buy that version. They're both on, well, I think that version's on Right Stuff, and then this version is on Amazon. So if you want the DVDs, I highly recommend the DVDs because you get these nice art books, which are character books, I guess. They give you character descriptions and character designs. Later on, you get in this one too, you get character designs of the mechs, of the Mu, and it's really, really cool. And you also get interviews with some of the people that worked on the show. So I highly recommend the single DVDs. Just so you know, if you buy these used, you may not get these extras, so just keep that in mind. I bought DVD 5 and 6 used, and I don't have the extras in those DVDs, so if you want the extra stuff, buy them new on Amazon, and you'll probably get it, I hope. So yeah, I don't think it's anywhere available legally online, so you're just going to have to grin and bear it and buy the DVDs, but I would recommend buying the first DVD. See if you like it. If you like it even slightly, get the second DVD, and then you'll probably love it. But I don't know. Just let your expectations be low, and then give it a chance, I think. That'll make you enjoy the series more, probably. Hopefully. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this review. There's so much I could have said. It's just so, so good, and so much in it that I wanted to talk about, but I want to let you guys see it for yourself. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope you all enjoyed this.